Hi there, Smart Drivers, talking to you today about left center turning lanes and using these as acceleration lanes. And often this is going to happen when traffic is busy and you can't successfully and safely move across one lane of traffic into another, and it's extremely busy, and you use that to get across the first lane of traffic into the left center turning lane, use it as sort of a staging area, and then merge out into the right hand lane and continue on with your day. Now, I do caution you, this is an extremely complex maneuver. I am extremely uncomfortable doing this. It's very, very unlikely that a driving examiner will get you to do this on a road test. I can't see him or her doing it because it's so complex, and new drivers who are testing are nervous. Driving examiners know that, and they're not going to put their risk their safety. So a couple alternatives to using the left center turning lane as an acceleration lane. One is to make a right hand turn, go down to a controlled intersection, make your left hand turn, and then have your GPS or your phone or whatever you're using for navigation to reroute you to the destination that you want to go to. The other alternative is to simply wait for a gap in traffic and not use that left center turning lane as an acceleration lane to merge out into that traffic. I know that if it's really busy, that second alternative may not be an option for you, but I don't recommend this maneuver because it's so complex and there's so many little things that could potentially go wrong, and you're so busy observing with other traffic and whatnot that it is a very complex maneuver and puts you at risk. So let's hook up the cameras. We'll show you how to do this using the left center turning lane as an acceleration lane. So we're in the car, we're coming up to a left center turning lane, and we're going to use it, or try to use it, as a acceleration lane. I'm not sure what this guy is doing, parking right at the intersection. Okay, we've got a crosswalk here, and the traffic is coming from our right. A lot of traffic. We got traffic coming from the left, so it's going to be pretty tough to get out here. And you're going to be using a left center turning lane as an acceleration lane when the traffic is busy, so you can get across one side and then you can get out into the left center turning lane. No. And then of course the guy pulls right up behind me and I'm stuck in the intersection. My nose is in the intersection. I can't roll back because the guy's right up against me behind me. But don't back up because you risk backing into the guy behind you. This is exactly what you want to do right there. And this is a difficult and complex maneuver because you're accelerating, you're watching the traffic, and you're lane merging. And I do not recommend that you do this on a road test. And it's unlikely that an examiner is going to get you to do that on a road test simply because it is such a complex maneuver and there's so many things going on that new drivers should not attempt that because there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of stuff going on, and as you saw in the video clip there in the beginning, when you do this, one of the things that can happen is that other vehicles in front of you can move into the left center turning lane and they can start using it to make a left-hand turn, and they're stopped and you're trying to accelerate and you could risk rear-ending them. So that's one of the cautions that I have against using left center turning lanes as acceleration lanes. This is the second time that somebody has come up and stopped right at the curb. Right at the intersection. What is that about? That's funny. Oh my God, that's funny. So we stop at the stop line, correct stopping position, then we move up. We try not to get our nose out because before we're trying to go, and then we aborted the turn. And this isn't going to be so bad. But see, I've got truck moving into the left center turning lane right here. So, car. And again, this is what happens. You're gonna go, and then somebody moves into the left center turning lane right here in front of us. You saw that blue car come in there, and now the traffic's coming from the left, and I got cars on the right. But after this opening here, no. And for safety reasons, I didn't want to go. I do not like using left center turning lanes as acceleration lanes. I know there is a reason that sometimes, yes, you have to, but I simply don't like doing it because there's simply too much going on. If the way is not clear, I'm just not going to risk it. And then when you're in the left center turning lane, signal to the right that you're gonna, or to the left rather, no, to the right, my right, that you're gonna move over to the right lane, okay? And then you wanna get in the driving lane, not in an intersection like this. Mirror signal shoulder check, and I'll put a video up in the corner for you on changing lanes, and you can have a look at that. And as well, I'll put a video up in the corner for you on the full left center turning lane videos, and you can have a look at that as well. So we showed you how to use the left center turning lane as an acceleration lane. It is a complex maneuver, and even as a veteran driver with as much experience that I have, I am extremely uncomfortable doing this maneuver because of other vehicles moving into the left center turning lane and using it as a turning lane, which is its purpose, and stopping in front of me, as you saw there in the footage. What happened to me in Chilliwack when I pulled out and I was trying to get in front of the truck using the left center turning lane as an acceleration lane. The car simply stopped in front of me because that's the purpose of the left center turning lane. So there's a lot going on, it's dangerous, and you potentially put yourself at risk. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to watch another video, click here. Good luck on your road test, and remember, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now.